I went for a wet winter walk to Wick. I planned to see some geology. Instead, I saw rather more water than I would have liked, and my geological aspirations were thwarted. But I did see some delightfully ornamental road signs, and to my heart's delight, a wholly unexpected bit of benchmark spotting. So join me as I set out from Swineford. Or is it Swineford? Well, here's my starting point, walking fans. The car park in the picnic area at Swineford, a place I know not, and I'm heading towards Upton Cheyney and beyond. Very much the order of the day today, I feel. Well, I'm going uphill. That's a positive. But part of my walk to come this morning, as I set off from Swineford towards Upton Cheyney, involves going down into the valley of the River Boyd. A river not known to me, it has to be said. A right bank tributary of the Avon. Will it be passable or not? I don't know. All will be revealed, walking fans, all will be revealed. So it's early-ish, it's before 9 on a wet winter's morning. We've had a heck of a lot of rain overnight. And the hoodie's up, the baseball cap's on, and my Springsteen tour hat is on as well. No gloves yet, should be okay. Cream coloured, almost ivory coloured stones with some darker browns and some reddish browns. And a few big beasts over there, big grey ones. So stone walls like this are a great guide to local geology. So pale coloured limestones and iron rich sandstones. This is the village of Upton Cheyney. Isn't that how a village pub should look? Utterly charming stone-built cottages in Upton Cheyney. Gorgeous. Staying on the tarmac for a while, walking fans. Could be a ford ahead. Oh, deep joy. Hopefully not deep, hopefully shallow joy. Ah, well, not too much of a ford to ford. More of a trickle. Well, how marvellous is this? Bitton there. Keynsham hidden away to my immediate left. And the prominent escarpment in the distance there, those are the Jurassic rocks of Dundry Hill. And dead in front of me, here, is the Golden Valley. The Golden Valley is living well up to its reputation. And I'm going to follow this valley. I don't think there's any gold in it. There's certainly yellow ochre. I'm staying as high as I can for as long as I can because of the very wet conditions. But that's the Golden Valley. I don't know a lot about it. I am really looking forward to exploring it and finding out a bit more. Well, there's absolutely no problem in following the footpath here. Because that's it, right there. Oh, our boots are getting a lovely clean up. I'm walking over the fields parallel to the River Boyd, which is in spate. And after the rain last night, I think the next half an hour up to Wick is going to be a touch moist. Off we go, walking fans. Crikey. Well, the footpath I'm following, the one that's flooded, it's not too bad really, is the Mox Way, which is nearly as long as the Southwest Coast Path if you do the whole damn thing. It goes from Worcester via Yeovil, I think down to the south coast, and I believe it ends up at Shoreham in Sussex. And it's supposed to be the escape route of King Charles II, having been defeated by Cromwell. Generally speaking, I'm not a great fan of footpaths being named after royals. What have they done to deserve a footpath being named after them? I kind of rather it was named after the places, or maybe the people who'd bequeathed the footpath to the nation by getting all the necessary agreements. So Mox Way, I'm on it, I'm enjoying it. Splendid views away to my right of the basically the Cotswold edge. Cunning little detour off to the left here. Tucked away the path. Got to keep your wits about you. Well, I'm approaching my biggest puddle so far. Stick to the middle, Steve, stick to the middle. Let's see if there's not a big dip in there. Ahead lies the village of Wick. I think a coffee stop and a recharge is in order. Into Wick we march. I crossed the busy high street of Wick, aka the A420, and headed down the road towards the Golden Valley Nature Reserve. I was distraught to find that my way was barred, so it became pretty obvious that I wasn't going to make it into the Golden Valley Nature Reserve to have a look at the Carboniferous limestones. An about turn back to the high street, I trudged uphill and took in the joys of the Rose and Crown pub, an outdoor skittle alley, and also some rather nice ornamental signs on the roadside and a fossil ammonite. My spirits were lifted. I trudged uphill until I turned off onto Albury Lane and headed south with the Cotswold edge to my left and hope in my heart. Well, that's my chosen lunch spot. Humble. Well, I've had a fairly hurried lunch as I make a decision. I can't go that way, it's flooded, so I'm on the homeward leg, but it's not looking that promising, walking fans. I'm encouraged by an orange anorak intrepid walker who just vaulted the gate and headed off across yonder. He's not come back, so perhaps he's got through. So I'm going to give it a go. What could possibly go wrong? In fact, it's the path that I was seeking to get an alternate route. Check it out. Yes, not ideal for footpath walking, I suspect. Wintertime, this route, not ideal. I should go and pick up my trusty walking poles, except that for the second time today I've been thwarted and head back to the lane that will take me back to Upton Cheyney and relatively terra firma. It's got a lot colder as well. What fun. I'm making my way back down Cold Harbour Lane. And it's living up to its reputation because it does feel cold now. That temperature's really dropped since this morning. And got my gloves on. Bit cheesed off that I couldn't really get to where I wanted to get to in terms of a route back via Hanging Hill. But the paths are just too flooded. I mean, Orange Cagoule man somehow found a route. Pretty legendary work that was. I'm going to get to the lane and tarmac it back to Upton Cheyney, then a wet field back to Swineford car park. I wonder if it's pronounced Swineford. I've got a feeling it is actually. So not a lot of features that I plan to see I've checked off, but they'll still be here for another day. Perhaps this should be a summer's walk, this one. I've got a little junction ahead of me. Well, be still my beating heart. Hits a benchmark. There you go. A bolt. There, that's a surveyor's bolt. Little brass bolt on the Wick and Beach junction. So how about that, walking fans? A bolt. Not a cut benchmark. There's the arrowhead symbol. Well, I do think the surveyors of days gone by would have been rather upset to see this bit of wall probably bashed by a truck or something It's not in the original position that the benchmark would have been positioned. But what a find. That's lifted my spirits. They were high already, but they've gone higher. A bolt benchmark. Now that I've seen the rather marvellous bolt benchmark on the Oldbury Lane Wick Beach Lane junction, I'm really happy, and I feel as though I've achieved something today after being thwarted at Golden Valley and thwarted again in getting up onto the Cotswolds earlier on. Homeward bound now, walking fans. So that's it, walking fans, back at the car park. Fairly knackered. As we said, that was wet and tiring. Well, thanks for watching my wet winter walk on the eastern edge of Bristol and at the foot of the Cotswolds. Didn't quite go as planned, but hey ho, never mind. There's always next time. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. There's plenty more coming on my YouTube channel and plenty already up. If you want notifications of new videos, just subscribe. Don't forget, follow me. I'm Steve, the Ponytail Pensioner.